Hey guys, Miles Shank here, and today I want to talk about a little sponsored thing that was sent to me, and it's an anamorphic lens, and it's not a vintage Russian glass for an Arri Alexa, but it is this little guy. This is a square front anamorphic from a company called Sandmarc, and I'm probably not the first one to show you this because they've, I believe, sent out like a few to different people. So let's get to the footage first. So all the footage you just saw, the test footage, was shot using the 24mm back-facing camera. And also, there's like a little zoomy feature that takes it to like a 45. And then the super zoom stuff was that 5x camera on the iPhone. So you can kind of see the lens really has some of that anamorphic characteristic you get. Honestly, you get such a high quality of the anamorphic look, I guess you'd say, with like a 2x anamorphic. Like the 1.3 lenses, you might get some flares and stuff, but you won't get as much character. So the 1.55 is kind of nice that you're able to use so much of like the iPhone sensor, but you still get like a lot of that. Like you get some of this like curvature, a little bit of this light bloom that you kind of see here. And you do get, of course, the hard blue flares that are like the most recognizable. So I can take something that's like a different color, like a gel, and you do see like this flare right here. You kind of see it's like pinkish, and now, well, actually very pink. And then, yeah, you kind of get more of that white light, pink, white light. So you can see it does favor like this hard blue flare, but it will flare the source of the light. There. So the problem that solves that wonky wobble is this guy. Locks it in pretty good. There's even like a little witness mark on the top. And on top of the lens, there's also like a little mark, so you can just like line those up, and then you should be pretty good. I still find myself kind of like aligning it to like squared walls to just make sure that it looked aesthetically like it was in alignment. So the project that I was working on, we actually were filming everything on like the Red Komodo X with some anamorphics and using, some of my favorites, the Lomo anamorphics. This one in particular, the 35, this one actually is square front, which typically these are like a little funkier than I like, but this is actually a really sharp one. It got serviced at Panavision, and they made sure that it was tuned in as sharp as it could be. So normally, I film a lot on these like round front anamorphics, as you guys probably know if you've seen more than like 2 videos. I'm a big fan of just like the vintage round front anamorphics. So this actually has kind of like that anamorphic element, like the square front, sitting behind this like diopter is pretty much what that is, the front lens. So you can kind of see the little rectangular shape in there. So this lens is pretty cool. It's very like stripped down. So as you get close to it here, you'll see that, yeah, the actual optic itself is like curved, and they really do have it dialed in. Like and I mean, you can just see like straight through it. So it really is just like an adapter that you would place on a lens, and it kind of reminds me of when I started shooting anamorphic like years ago. Like the only thing that was affordable besides like Panavision or Hawk lenses, which, besides mortgaging a house, you really can't buy those. You, at the time, would use like a projector lens. I don't know if you guys remember that, like the DSLR days. You'd actually put like a like a Loma projector lens, and that's like actually on a projector, like where they would project an image, it would spread out. You could essentially use it in the reverse and stick it onto like a 50 millimeter or something like that. But the issue was you had to focus the projector lens and you'd have to focus the actual lens. So with all the modern phone technology and stuff, this is kind of cool because you don't ever really need to focus it. You can just kind of like poke on the screen, say focus on that, and there you go. So one more thing that they sent me in the kit is this like cage. I guess it kind of makes it nice because when I was using the phone, I was really just kind of like, you know, holding it like that. And if you have like a mic that you want on it or a light or something like that, this would make it nice because there are some 1/4-20s on the top. So you can bolt things to it. Plenty of like room to put a bolt through it. So you can really attach anything here. Personal recommendation is pretty cool. Might have it in my backpack when I travel or something. See a cool shot, throw it on the phone, check it out. The ability of having ProRes through your phone and all the things that they're going to be updating in the future is kind of something that makes this just a cool tool to have in your bag.